We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go. Hi everybody, I'm Sophie, he's Mike, and she's Brenda, and welcome to On the Road with Mickey. If you're returning for another adventure with us, welcome back. We are so glad you have returned safely. And if this is your first episode with us and you're new here, welcome. It's so nice to meet you, and I'm going to show you the reins today. First up, we have our Cheddar from the Big Cheese, which is basically our Disney news snippets. And then after that, we have our feature topic, which is what we talk about for most of the episode. And then after that, we have our This Day in Disney History, brought to you by me. And after that is our game of Who's Who, and that is brought to you by Mike, my dad. Oh, fair warning, I'm almost never wrong when it comes to this game. I almost always win it. And then after that, Brenda will be giving us a quote from the big man himself, Walt Disney, and it's just going to be amazing. So buckle up, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the car at all times. Make sure you're safe, fasten your seatbelts, all that good stuff. And we will see you on the road. It's time to get going. Let's go!
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie,
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
and he's Grogu,
He says hi.
and we're on the road with Mickey. This is season 2, episode 40 for October 4th, 2021. We are recording on Wednesday, September 29th, because Sophie, Cindy, and I. Is Grogu coming?
Oh, yeah, he's coming.
Okay, and Grogu are flying out tonight to go to Walt Disney World for the 50th anniversary.
And I'm jelly, all shades of jelly over here.
And Brenda is going to be doing a solo trip with her family in November. So we're going to have like back to back kind of, times where we'll be there, she'll be there, and we're going to have so much to cover from it. But today's feature topic is a fun one for me anyway. I think it's fun. I always think they're fun. But this one is about Disney attractions. Ride it or skip it. So we're gonna have just like a little round table, and we're gonna list some attractions, and we're gonna say, oh, no, skip that one, never ever ever consider it, or
Ooh.
or ride it, never ever ever don't ride it, or maybe something in the middle, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think it'll be fun. So I'm going to quiz those two ladies. And you know what? If Grogu has any input, Sophie, that I hadn't considered, then maybe he can give a thumbs up or a thumbs down when it's time for an attraction that he wants to ride.
All right, then.
All
I'll be
right.
sure to make sure that he does that.
Okay. But first up is our updates from last week. We had a boatload, and I mean a boatload of responses regarding people's favorite deluxe and deluxe villas. Remember, I dropped the ball and posted it like 10 minutes before we started recording. And after we talked about the ones we on air that we did talk about, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more people write in and chime in on their favorite deluxe and deluxe villa resorts. So
Awesome.
starting us off, Kat wrote that Old Key West was huge and they liked it very much, but the 3-bedroom villa at Bay Lake Towers is hands down their favorite. Park views, amazing at fireworks time, fireworks, spacious and open design, monorail access, absolutely wonderful.
Awesome.
And then Pam chimed in. She loves the boardwalk. She loves the theming, the view of the boardwalk, excellent location between Hollywood Studios and Epcot, as well as convenient to multiple restaurants, including those in the Beach and Yacht Club. And she likes the salon at the Beach Club.
Ah,
Awesome.
good idea.
And Aunt Sheila said that she loves Bay Lake Tower, especially when she's there with the Ellis family.
Aw,
So,
Nice.
how can she not, right?
Nice.
aw, thank you, Aunt Sheila. We're gonna
And
be seeing her soon.
yep. And Cindy, also known as Mommy or the silent partner or any of those other acronyms, she said
Mastermind
Bay
behind.
Lake.
She's the mastermind behind the curtain.
There you go. The mastermind. She said Bay Lake Towers. And then John chimed in that they have only stayed at Saratoga Springs, Wilderness Lodge, and the Contemporary. And out of those three, Wilderness Lodge was his favorite. He loved the grounds and the boat transport to the campgrounds, Contemporary and Magic Kingdom. Saratoga Springs is much larger layout. They were in one of the quiet buildings. That was nice. But the only time I can say I didn't like the walk, but it was really not too bad. About 5 to 10 minute walk from the main building or to the main building for food. Contemporary, they love the monorail, of course. He got to meet my captain there, Captain Hook, my
Ooh.
best bud for the villains. I can't put my finger on it, but the Contemporary just was missing some of the magic to him. Doesn't know if it's just there's one of the originals, feeling its age, something like that. And he is looking forward to staying at the Grand Floridian and the Beach Club in the next 3 years.
Awesome.
So, a lot of great info on that. And thank you, everyone.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you
you.
to Kat and Pam and Sheila and Cindy and John for chiming in.
Yes, thank you so much.
This is great info. We love hearing back from the listeners. So,
I would like to stay at Saratoga Springs.
yeah,
It sounds like it would be a very nice place.
I think so too. One of these days, it's on the list, right?
Yep. I mean, we visited there before, but we haven't stayed there. We've seen the rooms, but we haven't slept in them.
Yep.
I like the pool area over there, but it's not themed enough to Disney for me.
Mm.
And that's probably intentional, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Because it is a DVC.
It's a DVC and an RCI. So regular, like RCI, regular timeshare people stay there. It's not, I guess it's not meant to be as Disney-fied as others.
Yeah.
See, I always just thought that it was because it was right next to Disney Springs.
It's very convenient to Disney Springs, that's for sure. Little boat ride over there.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, moving on to Cheddar from the Big Cheese, I have some news, and it involves Epcot. Officially, as of October 1st, the neighborhoods at Epcot will be officially recognized. So, just a reminder, when they announced all the expansion to Epcot and what they were doing, they came out with the idea of having neighborhoods. And there's 4 neighborhoods. There's World Discovery, World Celebration, and World Nature, which are all part of the original Future World. And then there's World Showcase, which of course is World Showcase. And that is staying the same. World Discovery will have the attractions like Test Track and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Woohoo!
I know, right?
I can't wait to see those.
I know. World Nature has attractions like Living with the Land and where the new Moana area will be. And World Celebration is in the middle. And so think of Spaceship Earth. That's going to be part of World Celebration. So I think it's kind of neat that starting with the 50th anniversary, they are recognizing them as the neighborhoods they are. So just curious what everyone thinks. Do you think they should have done this, or do you think it should stay as Future World and World Showcase? So
I think it's going to be great with this new update.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Because after all, Epcot, as much as I wish it would stay the same, Epcot is all about change because the world is always changing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Plus,
And I think you're right too. I mean, you got to factor in Future World has been Future World since 1982.
Yeah, it's not so future anymore.
I mean, it's like coming up on 40 years.
it is.
Yeah.
So huge. And that sounds like another anniversary trip that we might need to highlight.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, Brenda, what do you got?
Well, I have some great news for sweet tooth chocoholics and other sweet lovers like me. The Main Street Confectionery reopened on September 29th, and Mike has a great photo of some of the new treats you can get there. Take it away, Mike.
Oh goodness, you guys.
Oh,
No, I'm hungry.
Sophie's hungry, so this is not helping.
Yum.
No, we're not helping at all. Now I want all of them. Give me that Rice Krispie cookie down in the bottom.
What about the one on the top left? We're debating, is it an apple or is it a cake bomb?
That I think is a candy apple.
I think so too.
Because
I still think it's a cake pop.
Nah, because you see that one up in the top right corner?
Yeah.
That's I believe it's a cake pop.
Okay. So you think it's an apple? Okay.
Yeah. It's far too big to be a cake pop because it would fall off.
Okay. I'll volunteer to try any to make sure what they are.
Don't worry, we'll try them. I'll try them. Don't worry, I'll give you one.
I have some volunteers here, so we will let you know. But you heard it here first. It is a candy apple, so Mike is wrong, as usual.
Well, there is a cake pop in the photo.
Yep, that's true.
There is a cake pop.
I'm just happy the Main Street Confectionary's reopen. That's all I just care about.
Exactly. Exactly.
That cookie that cookie there in that picture, it really looked kind of like a blueberry muffin to me. I'm really excited to try these.
All right. Well, maybe we'll be able to try some.
Yay!
Oh, please.
Take pictures. Take pictures.
Absolutely.
Please.
Okay. All right, Sophie, you're closing us out on our cheddar today.
All right. Well, we have come across something that we didn't know about, and it opened way back on September 1st. That shows just how much we didn't know about it. Over at Akershus, which was not reopened yet, they have put a lounge in the restaurant for anyone to use. It is sponsored by Florida Blue, and it's called the Florida Blue Lounge. All you need is a pass to enter, and you will be able to enjoy snacks and refreshments while you take a load off for a while. It's open daily from noon to 6 p.m. and will run through November 20th.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm sharing a picture of the pass I found and downloaded. And I don't remember exactly the link to getting that, but I'll re-find it and I'll put it in the notes. So anyone that needs to get the pass to download it and share it and show it so that they can get in access to the lounge can get access. But it sounds really kind of cool. It's almost like just a nice place. It's Akershus was the relaxation station over there when Disney reopened, and then when those went away, they brought this. They worked on it and they made this. And my understanding is you get like 2 snacks and a drink.
Yeah.
As part of your experience there, and you just take a load off.
And I
Yeah.
just figured out why it would be that way because I was like, Florida Blue? That doesn't sound like something very Norwegian. So I went looking to see what it was about. And Florida Blue Medicare is the official sponsor of this year's Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. So that's why it's there. I was
Nice.
wondering why they would do that, but now it makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
And the Food and Wine Festival starts July 15th. Well, it's already started, and it runs through November 20th, so that's why it's going to be there until that date.
Right.
And that
Great.
makes a lot of sense. And I just found the way to get the guest pass.
Okay, we'll put the link in the show notes.
Yeah, you just go to this website and there's a download link. So here,
Okay.
I'll put that in there right now.
Okay, good.
Yay.
Thank you. Saving me some work. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Load the guest pass here. There we go.
All right. Thank you.
Yay.
All right. So
Done and
that
done.
is done. And that is our cheddar from the big cheese for today. And just don't forget, you can connect with us through our groups and YouTube, Instagram, email. We're all over the place, and all those links are in the show notes as well. So, time for our feature topic,
Ooh.
Disney attractions. Ride it or skip it. And I think this will be fun. So let's just start off and have some fun here. All right. I'm going to shout out an attraction. You tell me if you want to ride it.
All right.
I think most of these, and like I said, there's some obvious gimmies here that I think you're really going to enjoy. That you're going to be like, Mike, why did you even put this on the list? You know?
Yeah, I can think of one that would be that way, but instead of a ride, it would be a skip.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, how about Star Tours?
Ride.
I
Definitely
usually skip
ride.
that one.
Because
I do write it sometimes, but if I write it, I have to close my eyes because I get motion sick on it. So I usually will skip it if it's just my husband and myself, I'll write it with him because I don't want him to ride by himself, and then I'll just close my eyes. But usually I'll skip it if there's more than just one of us that's gonna ride.
okay. Okay. That makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I ride it and I love it. And I was the rebel spy once.
Yeah.
But I ride it too because I want to see if they would put me as the rebel spy.
It was so cool. I was like, dude. And Darth Vader is like, you are the rebel spy. And I was just like, it was so cool. It's like top 5 memory.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome.
Oh gosh. Anyway, I love it. It's one of my favorites. And I really like all the different um things you can do in it now with the different scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Um Expedition Everest. I'm just jumping all over the place.
I don't mind that at all. And I say ride.
Definitely ride.
Definitely ride. Yeah.
It's just that with Expedition Everest, that's the one where I have to kind of like cover my ears a little bit because it gets so loud in there.
Ah.
And occasionally I will close my eyes because the flash.
Okay. How about Astro Orbiter?
Skip.
Skip times a mundo. Thank you.
Definitely. I think Astro Orbiter. I mean, well, this big boy isn't going to fit into Astro Orbiter anymore. But even when he could, he was like, no. Just even if it was just because it was so slow to get from down up to the top, it was like, oh my gosh. So skip. So we are all in agreement. Skip, skip, and skip on the Astro Orbiter.
Yep.
Okay. How about Dumbo?
I would have to say skip on Dumbo too.
I ride Dumbo for the nostalgia. I have to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can take it or leave it. I don't need to ride it. I think for the 50th, it'll be worth riding. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
But it's not something I need to ride it every single time we're there.
No.
That's fair.
And by the way, you're going to find out that there's going to be a lot of attractions that I'm not even going to mention because they are so obvious to ride. Like, oh, I don't know, Rise of the Resistance, maybe.
That one.
Grogu, would you ride Rise of the Resistance? Okay.
Absolutely.
Well,
He
if he's
would.
going to ride it, I'm going to ride it because I don't want to be
He's
chickened
going
out
on all
by
the
it.
rides I'm going on anyway, unless I have to, put him away somewhere so he doesn't fall.
Or fly
Oh,
away.
we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Let's go through some that I think will be fairly obvious for riding.
All right.
Flight of Passage.
Ride.
Ride.
Yeah, I'm a ride too. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Ride.
Ride.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't ride it in April, so I am definitely riding it in September, October.
Oh, I suppose
October.
you didn't. Only Mommy and I rode it in April.
Yeah, I made you guys ride it. Okay. Jungle Cruise.
Ride.
Skip it.
Skip it. Okay.
Hmm.
Is there a backstory you need to tell us?
Just to me, if you've ridden it several times, it's the same ride. And
I'm curious with the changes. So I think I'm a ride once and then, but I'm like you a little bit. And, some of the things like Jingle Cruise, when they do it up for Christmas,
yeah,
that to me makes it a different sort of attraction. So
that's true.
Jingle Cruise, I think, is a ride because we haven't seen it that much
Yeah.
as that. But I
Yeah,
think
that's
you're
like a
right.
separate.
Jungle Cruise has been there, done that kind of. But with
Yeah.
the changes, I want to see what it's going to be like. So I'm going to put it in the ride once or twice kind of thing. How about this classic one that is definitely on everyone's ride list? It's Tough to Be a Bug, which isn't a ride.
Yep.
Skip it.
Daddy.
Grogu, are you riding it?
No. No. No.
It's actually a show, people.
It's a show. Now,
still skipping.
Me too, because I've done that too. I've done it a few times. That's one of those two.
okay.
Ooh.
How about the Mad Tea Party? And if it's a ride, are there any caveats to what makes you okay to ride it?
Definitely ride, and no caveats for me.
Definitely ride.
Well, I have caveats. I'll ride it, but I'm not riding it in the same car as Sophie because I've got,
She's spinning.
like you said, with your kids and how fast they were going.
Yes.
And how fast that's Sophie. And I don't want to be like projectile vomiting all over everyone.
I'm sure everyone on the ride appreciates that.
Yeah, I'm sure they do too.
Sorry, Daddy.
So I will ride it in a leisurely, not touching the center wheel at all, and just letting it do its own
Oh,
little
that's fun.
slow old person. Just doing the old person slow roll. So.
And that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right too. Exactly.
You do what you gotta do. That's right.
Yeah.
And I think I know the answer to this next one. And if anyone says skip for this ride, I need to talk to you. Not you guys, but anyone listening. If you say skip to Peter Pan's Flight, I want to know why.
It depends on the situation, actually, Daddy.
Okay, so
If the line is 3 hours long, then it's a skip.
Yeah, I can see that.
But only then. If it's 2 hours and 59 minutes long, then we can ride it.
Oh, okay. Brenda?
Ride.
Ride, yeah. I'm a ride too. And it's not that the line is long that you would skip it because of the line. It's that you would postpone it to another time and ride it when it's not as long.
Yeah, that's true.
I can understand that. But if someone says, absolutely, I'm not riding it, I hate it, and I want to know who you are, and I want to talk to you a little bit and maybe have you on as a guest. So
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. That's what you're thinking. I just want to talk to him currently.
Him or her. No, not like that at all. Anyway.
That was funny.
Okay. How about the Prince Charming Regal Carousel? Brenda?
Ride it.
Yeah.
Every time.
I definitely wouldn't skip it, but I don't need to ride it.
So it's not an every trip ride. It's like every so often you'll say like, hey, let's ride the carousel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the same way. I don't need to ride it every time, but if the magic behind the curtain says let's ride the carousel, then you can bet your bottom dollar I'm riding the carousel.
Smart man. Smart man.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting into a kiddie ride.
Hmm.
And this is truly a kiddie ride. I want to know if you ride the Barnstormer. Now, would you ride it now? I mean,
I suppose I'm not qualified to say whether or not I would, just because it's been so long.
so would you ride it?
Yeah, to see what it's like again.
Okay. Brenda?
I'll ride it if I have the littles with me, but if it's just a couple's trip, I'm not riding it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's a good point. One of my favorite pictures of the Barnstormer is a dad and his son in the very front row, and they're riding and they're coming down the ramp, and they both have their arms up, and the kid is like 2, 3, 4 maybe, and the dad is like dad, and he's got his, and they were having so much fun.
Oh, sweet.
And it's like, that's awesome. That's when you ride the Barnstormer.
That's right.
It's like you said, when you have your littles with you.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not going to ride it if it's just me and Cindy. No. But there is a reason to ride it, though. At some point, there's a reason to ride it. So how about the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Ride.
Yeah, I know,
Right.
What on earth
Grogu? Are you afraid of the drop, Grogu? He is afraid of the drop.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. I've been afraid of that drop too.
Oh, poor baby.
He's like, that doesn't make me feel any better, Mike. Okay. This one I think is, I'm curious to see what Brenda says. I know what Sophie's going to say. To the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Skip it unless I have the littles.
Okay.
All right.
Sophie.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. Remind me of the question?
The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. I just got wrapped up in nostalgia for some reason. Well, why would I not write it though?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I figured you would say I would write it too.
Yeah.
Okay. Heading over to Epcot. Let's go to Norway. Who's riding Frozen Ever After?
Okay, listen.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. When she says listen right off the bat, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I say skip, and here's why.
Tell us.
That line was so long, and the last time I tried to go on Frozen Ever After, I got to the front of the line, and the ride broke down.
Oh. That'll affect your trip.
Well,
You have to
Yeah.
regroup yourself.
Mm-hmm. So the answer is no.
skip it, says Grogu and Sophie. Grogu would, I think if I were riding it, he would ride it.
Sure, if you want to take him.
Okay. Brenda?
I guess I've lucked out the last 2 or 3 trips. We've literally almost walked on it. And so I'll ride it if there's no line. If there was a really long line, I'm not waiting for it.
You know, that sounds like a follow-up. Like, how long is too long? How long is too long to wait for a ride?
Well, it depends on the ride.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to wait way longer for Flight of Passage than I'm going to wait for Frozen. That I can tell you for sure.
Okay. So for Frozen, if it's longer than 45 minutes, are you in line?
If it's longer than 25 minutes, I'm not in line.
Okay.
Yeah.
See? That sounds like another show topic.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
How long are you willing to wait?
How long will you wait for that ride?
Yeah.
That's cool. Thank you. Good idea. Thank you, Mike. You're welcome.
Bye.
Okay. Now, I already know Brenda's answer to this next one. It is over in Epcot, and it is Mission Space. Brenda is not riding it, and I don't blame you one bit, and you don't even have to say why.
Ride.
Yeah. Now, are you going to ride it on the green or the orange?
I want to try the orange.
Okay. Does Grogu want to try the orange? He is green after all.
No, he does not.
Okay. You ride the orange. Mommy and I and Grogu will ride the green.
All right. I'll see you after.
After.
Bag.
Hopefully you feel okay. I'll have a snack rating for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Who's riding the Rock and Roller Coaster?
Not me.
I would ride it. I haven't ridden it in too long.
I would ride it in a split second.
You know why I hadn't ridden it? Because the lines. But I
It's
would
worth
ride
it.
Yeah.
You guys can go ride it.
You'll have ice cream.
No, I was going to go over and ride the Tower of Terror, and then when we get done, then we can have ice cream.
Oh. Well, I told you guys when we are all there together, whenever that is, I'm riding the Tower of Terror with the two of yous.
I'm proud of your bravery.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Well, it's easy to be brave when you're sitting in an office in Raleigh, North Carolina. The proud bravery comes out when you're actually on the ride in Walt Disney World.
Hey, don't forget, I've ridden this ride many times alone because my husband has never and will never ride Tower of Terror, even though it is my all-time favorite ride. He will never ride it. Will not try it.
Butch, I am there with you, brother.
You're brave for even saying that you will.
You know, sometimes you just got to suck it up for the good of the show.
Kind of reminds me of this one time. So, Jagan thought that we had this sort of deal going on where I would ride a ride with her that I didn't necessarily want to in Animal Kingdom, though the only one I can think of that would ever be that way is Dinosaur, and she didn't like Dinosaur either. So I don't know what ride I rode to uphold my end of the deal, but basically we stopped for lunch and then we were like, time for Expedition Everest. And as we were walking there, Jagan started saying, I don't feel so good. And my immediate concern was, oh no, did she get gluten or something? Is she going to have an allergic reaction? After a few minutes, though, Aunt Sheila took one look at her and was like, Sophie, she's bluffing. And I was like,
Ooh.
oh,
She just didn't want to
Uh-oh.
ride Expedition Everest.
yeah. And at that point, when I figured that out, I basically dragged her on that ride. I was like, Jagan, you coward. You absolute coward.
Well, I have a background. Oh, wait, I deleted it. Never mind.
Oh,
I was
no.
going to show my picture from Expedition Everest with me and Randy in the front row. And I think it was Cindy and Riley in behind us. And I think you waited it out with Sheila and Jagan. I think you decided not to ride it because she didn't want to ride it. But anyway, and it was such a great picture. It was almost my background for the whole episode, but I decided not to because it kept showing all it would show. People would see Randy's face the whole time. And I didn't know if you would like that or not, but I was going to show it. But anyway, yeah, I remember that time when she was trying to chicken out without chickening out. So anyway, moving on back to Hollywood Studios. This one is dated, and I know what my answer is, but what do you think of the Muppet Vision 3D? And I know it's not a ride, it's a show, but
I love it. I honestly love it. It's a classic.
yeah.
And
So you're gonna ride it?
yeah, and usually what that means is that once we're done riding it, it'll be around lunchtime and then we can go over to Pizza Rizzo's.
That's right.
Pizza Rizzo was good.
It was good.
And it's right next to Mama Melrose's, so.
Down the road from Mama Melrose, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Brenda?
Skip it.
Oh, why?
I'm just not as attached to it. I don't know. Maybe it's generational. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I I like it. So I'll ride it. I'll watch it. It is definitely showing its age a bit.
Yeah.
I think in many ways the queue for Muppet Vision 3D is maybe cooler than the actual show. And if I was to ask Randy, he would probably say it's a great way to go in and get a quick nap. Because you got an air conditioning building, you can close your eyes, you're sitting down anyway, and you enjoy it. And then when it's over, you get up and you keep walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Back over to the Magic Kingdom. Swiss Family Treehouse.
Um, it depends on the trip, I think. It's not something I need to do every time, but when it's getting late in the day and we have nothing much to do, it's nice to just go up and explore it.
Okay. Brenda?
I'm going to have a weird answer. I'm deathly afraid of heights. So unless we had the littles with us and their parents would not go there with them, I'm not going on it. But if their parents wouldn't go there with them, I would go.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, if it's a couples trip, I'm not going up there. No, not going up anywhere.
Gotcha. So it's a height issue.
Oh, yeah. But I love it. It's cool.
It is
And
cool.
it's definitely, for any especially like kids that are not afraid of any of that stuff, that's awesome to explore.
You all heard me. I would sleep in the Swiss Family Treehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be,
I
that
do
still would be cool.
I would not mind it either, but I would still pick the Haunted Mansion over it.
Oh, I know, honey. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's been a while since I've actually done it. So I think this trip I'm gonna explore it again.
Awesome.
Get
Yeah.
some pictures, maybe some video.
Yeah.
Definitely get you some exercise.
Yeah, get some exercise. And then come down and get a Dole Whip.
There you go.
Or a citrus swirl or something of those natures.
Yeah.
Maybe go over and get a funnel cake or maybe a Nutella waffle.
Yeah. I could go for that.
Because all that isn't that's all in the same.
Well, Sleepy Hollow's a little ways away.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow is a little further away because you're talking Liberty Square versus Adventureland. But anyway.
But it's worth the walk.
All right.
All right.
How about the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor?
Wait, that's still a thing?
Yeah, it's reopened. That sounds like a ride it.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Brenda?
I like it. I do it.
Have you ever had one of your jokes used, though?
No, but I have been the person they zero in on the audience.
Nice. I want to be that person.
No, not nice. No, I don't like that.
I would love it, though.
No, I don't like it.
I would love it for me. I want to be that person.
You can take it.
I've had a joke used. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Uh-oh. Sophie's got a headache. No. Why did the chicken cross the road? To keep from being eaten?
To get away from KFC.
So it's kind of keep from getting eaten.
Yeah. And Grogu loves chicken. Just saying.
Nah, he prefers frog legs more.
But when I said that, they said it during the show, and no one laughed but me because it was my joke. And then Sophie, you can move your hand. And then the monster, he looked out at all of us and he goes, "I don't get it either."
Oh, that's cold.
And then people started laughing.
That's
good
That's
times.
Cute.
Good times.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the seas with Nemo and friends?
Ride it, but only for the manatees.
Okay. Oh, to see the manatees after.
Yeah, ride it through the ride, go to the manatees. And I know there's another way to get into the pavilion. I just like going through the ride first.
Okay. I was going to just make sure you knew you could go just look at the manatees while we ride it. Brenda?
Only if the littles are with us and when they want to go.
That sounds like, excuse me. That sounds like that might be the same answer for Under the Sea, The Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Oh, I love The Little Mermaid. I would definitely do it.
Okay. So Sophie is doing the Little Mermaid, but only for the manatees.
No, I'm doing The Little Mermaid because I like that ride. It's Nemo and friends that I'm only doing for the manatees.
I know. But Brenda is only doing either one of them if it's with the littles.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'll do either one, and I have no problem with it. I think they're fun because I like the music. You know. So and the
it's very
storyline.
colorful.
Yeah. Okay. How about Triceratops spin and the magic carpets of Aladdin?
Skip.
Not both of them.
Skip.
Skip. Okay.
I'll skip unless someone really needs me to go on it, because they go up in the air, you know.
Oh yeah.
I say skip.
I don't think
I
about
think
that.
they're boring.
So, skip. Okay.
I don't mind Aladdin. Aladdin's kind of all right, but it reminds me of Triceratops Spin, and when I was little, all I wanted to go on at Dino Land USA was Primeval Whirl, and I was never tall enough for it, so the only thing I ever got to do there was Triceratops Spin, and it gets really boring.
Yeah. And you were able to at some point, so that's good. You did get to experience it once or twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear you. How about Spaceship Earth?
Oh, ride.
Yeah.
Ride.
Yeah.
Every time.
Who wouldn't ride Spaceship Earth?
Exactly. Same people that don't ride Peter Pan's flight.
Ooh, those same people are gonna come on.
I just want to talk to him.
Just want to talk to him. No, I just want to talk to him. No, I just want to talk to them. Oh, goodness.
How about, and this one is not a ride, it is a show, it's a documentary, and it is in the Land Pavilion. It's called Awesome Planet.
I don't think we've ever done that one.
We haven't, because before it was the one with Timon and Pumbaa and Simba, and it had the Lion King theme.
Circle of Life.
Is that what it was? Circle of Life? Yeah. So I haven't done Awesome Planet. So
I haven't done it.
So I'll do it once.
We'll do it once and see what it's like.
Okay. Okay. So we'll do, this is a one and done kind of ride or attraction. And here's one that I think is a ride. And that would be the Enchanted Tiki Room.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's a show.
Oh,
watch.
Watch. Yeah. Okay. And the Carousel of Progress. No brainer?
Oh, yeah, no brainer.
No brainer.
Okay. How about Splash Mountain?
Ride.
Okay. I'll ride. Sometimes. I don't have to ride it every time. You know, sometimes I'll ride it though.
Yeah.
Flip side of that, Cali River Rapids.
Ride.
I'll ride it. I mean, sometimes. Just for the record, Mommy is a no ride on Cali River Rapids and almost no ride on Splash Mountain. So keep that in mind, Sophie. Don't ask her.
I'm gonna.
How about the Walt Disney World Railroad?
Ride for you, Daddy.
Ride if we ever have another opportunity.
Yeah. You don't need to ride it though, Soph?
I don't. Unless, of course, I need to get to the other side of the park and it's there, and I'll be able to get on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We ride it for the nostalgia, don't we, Mike?
Yeah, we do. We do. And It's a Small World.
Oh, ride.
Yeah, definitely ride. Let's see here. That is all I have written down. So
that was a lot of rides.
Ones. There was a lot. And, you know, some of the no-brainers are Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
For sure.
Yeah.
Of course, Carousel of Progress was a no-brainer also, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slinky Dog is a no-brainer. Mike, you're going to ride that this trip, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a no-brainer.
No-brainer, yep.
Yeah.
What about Space Mountain? Who's riding it?
Yeah, I'll ride it.
I'll write it if it's not too long a
Me too.
line.
Me too. I'm with you. That line can get really long.
I
Yeah.
feel like we might have gotten spoiled by how short the lines were the last few times we went.
I think you're right, Sophie.
Space Mountain, and I was able to just run right on. I was moving so fast that you and Mommy had to tell me to slow down.
Yeah. Yeah. But that is so cool because there was a time when Sophie was deathly afraid of Space Mountain.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
anymore.
Not anymore. Not
Yay.
anymore. All right. Did I miss any? Is there anything you want to quiz me on? Brenda, any that I miss? I didn't even put dinosaur.
Well, I mean,
Dinosaur?
we missed some, but we couldn't cover them all.
Yeah.
You knew that I would say no to dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brenda,
Everyone
are you a
knew
noted dinosaur?
I don't need to ride dinosaur. It's very jerky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need
Very
to ride
jerky.
dinosaur either.
Actually, the more I think about it, the more I realize that that was the ride that Jagan told me to go on the day that she tried to chicken out for Expedition Everest. And it turns out that neither of us liked it.
Yeah.
Whew.
I think there's one that we ride every single trip that I don't think y'all do, and that is the safaris. We ride Kilimanjaro safaris every single time.
We love Kilimanjaro safari.
You do? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that one.
Yeah, I do too.
Because you know how you have your favorites, you have to that's always on your list.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Yeah, definitely. Shows on the list, Festival of Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Yeah, I left that one off because it was
a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
I think you did great, and I think that was fun.
Okay,
that was a great episode. Thank you, Mike.
Good. Thank you. All right. So you heard our list, people. What's your list? Look at the list, come up with your thoughts. Do you write it? Do you skip it? Which ones are you absolutely... Okay, here, let me rephrase it. What is an attraction that everyone loves, but you do not, and you absolutely do not ride it? Give us the list. I'm going to post that as a question in the Facebook group. Go to our On the Road with Mickey group and chime in. Give us your thoughts, and I'll post that up for the next week as extra info.
Yay.
Okay? But that takes us to this day in Disney history for October 4th. And Sophie, you're up. What you got?
I got a lot of stuff about Cinderella because she's one of my favorite princesses.
Nice.
Okay. Well, take it away, honey.
All right, and I'm going to start all the way back at the beginning on 1988. And no, this isn't the beginning, but it's the beginning of my history. Cinderella becomes the 8th Walt Disney classic to be released on video in 1988 on October 4th. And then again, in 1995, also on October 4th, Disney's 1950 animated classic Cinderella is released on VHS and Laserdisc.
Yay.
And then, in 2005, on October 4th, Walt Disney's classic Cinderella is released on DVD for the first time ever on a 2-disc special edition. Also released is the Cinderella Special Edition soundtrack, featuring original classics from the film, plus 2 new artist tracks from Kimberly Locke and Wayne Brady.
Nice.
Yay.
I love Wayne
Cinderella.
Brady. Wayne Brady was on Whose Line Is It Anyway? The remake version with Drew Carey as the host. And he was so dang funny. Golly, he was funny.
He is funny.
Nice.
But yeah, good stuff, Sophie. Cinderella is one of my favorites too.
And then I also have another thing for 2005, but it doesn't explicitly relate to Cinderella.
What is it?
The composer, contemporary pianist Jim Brickman releases his album The Disney Songbook on Walt Disney Records.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I remember some of the music from that.
I think so too. I think I do too. All right. Well, dum, 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 dum,
Uh-oh,
dum.
time for Stump the Soph.
Time to stump the Soph. Stump the Soph. Stump the Soph.
The impossible task of stumping the Soph.
I am going to tell you that this character is from a movie that is perhaps overlooked. And now I'm going to give you my clues. This character is, so think obscure or think not necessarily big hit movies. Okay. That's one of the clues, but it's not a clue. This character is the class monitor.
Class monitor.
Don't give any guesses till you hear them all. This character is a star baseball player. And this character believes there are only 3 things in the world that matter: being popular, being famous, and having good hair. I'm going to give you multiple choices to try and guess it.
Hang on.
Guesses.
Baseball player. Class monitor? That doesn't really fit for him.
If it's even a him.
I have a certain character, but I don't think it's right.
Okay.
And my thought was Michael Yagubian from Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, Mikey.
Yep.
It's not him.
Oh.
Sorry, baby. But that's a good guess because of his baseball background.
Yeah. Of course, he was not popular, nor did he have good hair. I said nothing.
This character is not human.
What the heck are you talking about? I have no idea. No, I have nothing.
Got nothing. Huh?
Nothing.
Not a single clue.
What if I were to say that this character becomes the girlfriend of Runt of the Litter?
Foxy Loxy.
Foxy
Chicken
Loxy. Chicken Little. Yep. Foxy Loxy.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, that was good. Sophie still got it, even with 4 clues.
And me like giving it away with the whole Run of the Litter.
Well, it was a clue.
Chicken Little was definitely one of the back burner movies for me.
Mm-hmm.
And just so we're clear,
Foxy
Loxy is, oh goodness. When you think about it, that movie was really, that entire town in that movie was really, really mean for no reason.
Yeah. Well, let me read you what it says. Foxy is the class monitor and a star baseball player. As far as she is concerned, there are only 3 things in the world that matter: being popular, being famous, and having good hair. Although she bullies Chicken Little and seems to take great joy in tormenting people, she does appear to have a softer side and has been known on occasion to show kindness to others. Foxy Loxy's best friend is Goosey Lucy.
Yep.
And Foxy appears to become the girlfriend of Runt of the Litter.
Is another thing that I have slight issue with, but not to be discussed.
Okay. Anyway, so Foxy Loxy is this week's Who's Who character. I'm going to call that a Mike victory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that is my Who's Who character, and that takes us to a little bit of Walt.
All right, a little bit of Walt. Here comes a little bit of Walt. Certainly, we have all had great confidence at one time in our lives, though most of us lose it as we get older. Because of my work, I've been lucky enough to retain a shred of this useful quality, but sometimes as I look back on how tough things were, I wonder if I'd go through it again. Walt Disney.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep, that's true. We all have great confidence sometimes, but my goodness, he had a lot of obstacles to overcome.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. But he overcame them.
He sure did.
And we're all better off for it.
Yep,
So,
for sure.
coming next week, that wraps us up for this week. And coming next week, we are going to be having a Walt Disney World recap, talking about all the things that we saw of the 50th anniversary.
Yay.
I expect a lot of show and tell with pictures and things like that.
Definitely.
You know?
Mhm.
And I just can't wait for Sophie and I to kind of fill you in on what we thought, what our favorites were, and all that. So, I
Have
just
a great
look
time,
forward to it,
y'all.
you know,
Thank
and
you.
you know, at the time this goes up, we've already been there,
Yeah.
and we are today at the Magic Kingdom. Which, hello.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
anyway, thank you all for joining us. Sophie, Brenda, Grogu, and myself hope you have a great week. And we will
See you
See
on
you
See you
on the
on the
road.
road.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.